The officials from Harrisburg said this is the place to have the county.
Situated directly off America's first superhighway.
We have a lot of Ohio people that are traveling to the East Coast, and they make this a point to stop at.
Even when tragedy strikes, it's a place where residents come together.
The values that people came together for people that they had never met.
This is your town, Somerset. And good evening, I'm Jen Johnson with Mary Hours, and we are live for your town, Somerset, and we're really happy to be here. Thanks for having us, Somerset.
Yeah, all season long, all summer long, we've been showcasing different communities across our region and talking about people, places, and the history that make these communities so special.
We've been doing this for so many years now, but this is a lot of fun because this is a little bit something different. We are at the Somerset Little League complex, and happening right now, starting right now at 5:30, is an all-star softball tournament. 5 local counties representing. We're about to see the first pitch behind us, Mary.
Yep, they're just getting underway, and right behind us is the 10U Richland versus Conemaugh Valley. There's a lot of talent. Also, the other game happening right now is 12U Somerset facing off Intensity, and then later tonight, some old girls, the 15U team from Somerset and Conemaugh Valley will play at 6:30, plus both the 10U and 12U teams from both Somerset and Berlin. They face off at 7, and this will be a really busy and fun-filled weekend for all the families.
You see this field behind us, but there's a lot of other fields where we have some action. The one to our right has already started too, so it's really going to be getting busy here in the next half hour.
Yeah, our next stop on your journey, on your town journey through Somerset, it's going to be a great place for some of these families to grab a bite to eat.
I'm sure a lot of the families will be stopping there. It is a favorite among locals and also visitors who are new to this area. A lot of people travel the turnpike or get off the turnpike in Somerset, and they find a lot of people stopping at this place.
Yeah, built back in 1960, the Summit Diner has become known for its family-friendly feel and especially their homemade pies.
Oh, they're so
I purchased it 12 years ago, and my family has had it ever since. How are you today?
Mitzi Foy, her husband, and daughter Chloe bring their family vibes into the Summit Diner each and every day.
It's important because we've become very close, not just immediate family, but we have our diner families.
Just off the turnpike, the diner sees customers of all kinds, from far-off travelers.
I just waited on 4 people from Germany, so I mean, on a Monday, what could get better than that?
To the local regulars.
We have our local regulars, and then we have our out-of-state, out-of-town regulars.
But one thing the diner hasn't changed in their 57 years, the home-cooked menu, from burgers to pies and everything in between.
Well, we have an in-house butcher, so all of our meats are done fresh every day. The pies are very homemade. My mother does them, and my father helps with that. It is important to us to keep it the way that we would want, just for our family.
Foy says buying the diner wasn't always in her plans, but the restaurant holds a special place in her heart.
Well, I have some history here. My parents met here, and then I met my husband here. We both worked here. He was a dishwasher, and I was a waitress.
Even Mitzi's daughter Chloe has been working at the diner since she was just 9 years old.
My mom's training me to kind of step into some of the things that she does, so slowly I'm working my way there.
And every first Friday of the month, the diner holds a cruisin' night. So Mitzi says they average around 200 cars, plus they have a great deal for burgers and fries and drink for just $4.99. So next Friday night, come on down and check out all the cars and get a great meal. So now we're gonna take a look at the forecast outside. I mean, it is beautiful here right now. We just have a few clouds, but it is a little bit breezy. So we did have a few showers and even a few storms early on. Let's take a look at our Doppler 6 radar right now. Just a few of those showers hanging around for areas, but a lot of those are well off, really to our east. So they'll continue to move southwest to northeast through today. An isolated shower, possibly severe thunderstorm, but if anything, those will continue throughout the afternoon and into the early evening. But even so, right now, temperatures are pretty warm. We're into the low 80s, 86 right now, Bedford, 81 in Somerset, 83 right now in Clearfield. We're 82 Punxsutawney and 81 Indiana, and we're really feeling the heat. Those dew points are up there into the low 70s for Punxsutawney in Indiana, making it feel very tropical. And even in Somerset, we're into the mid 60s, so a little noticeably humid, but it's definitely a little bit breezy out here, so it's not unbearable. And then looking at your 7-day forecast, looking at the 80s as we head through the weekend, still a few scattered showers and storms tomorrow, and then a little cooler for Thursday into the upper 70s, but still a great day to be here. Back to you guys.
Summer is back just in time for the tournament and this holiday weekend coming up. Now, as we head to the break, we want to give you a little bit of trivia to think about. Take a look at this. How many dome-topped buildings are there in Somerset? Stick around and you'll find out the answer when we come back.
Welcome back. We're live in Somerset as we continue our Your Town series. So behind us is a local softball tournament with teams from Cambria, Bedford, and of course Somerset.
We hear a lot of clapping, a lot of cheering, a lot of the chants, whip, whip. You know them well. You've heard them before. But before we went to break, we wanted to ask you a little bit of trivia about Somerset. How many dome-topped buildings are there in the town of Somerset? Mary, what do you think? 10, 6, none, or 3?
Go 10. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. The answer is 3, as a matter of fact. If you at home answered 3, you got it right. There are 3 buildings, a church, a bank, and of course the courthouse. And if you think about it, God, money, and country. So it's very symbolic there. Well, if you...
One of my favorite stories about Somerset is traditionally there are 3 dome buildings here in Somerset. This building behind me, the Somerset Courthouse, Caddy Corner, the historic home of Somerset Trust Company, and then just a little bit down the street, the First Christian Church.
Now, at the end of July, actually, July 28th will mark, I can't believe this, 15 years since 9 miners became trapped in the Q Creek mine. Really not too far from here, just a few miles down the road.
Yeah, crews worked for 77 hours and were able to free the men to safety and alive.
Now, Dylan Richards got a chance to talk with one of the men who was involved in the rescue early on, Dylan.
Yeah, his name's Bill Arnold. He actually took us out to the scene where that actually all happened, because he was the 3rd person on the scene there, as you well know, because he heard his dog barking. He woke up, he went down there, because that was his farm, and so he took us over there to show us what he remembers 15 years later. It's quiet here at the Q Creek mine now, and just before midnight on a July evening 15 years ago, it was pretty quiet too. So when Bill Arnold's dog started barking, he walked outside, saw a couple guys with flashlights on his farm.
Got here and recognized 2 engineers that were friends of mine, and I asked them what was going on. They said, Bill, there's been an accident in the mine and 9 guys are missing, and we think they're trapped under your farm.
It would later be called the Q Creek Mine Miracle. Evidence of that miracle still preserved here. So when people watch the footage and they see that big yellow thing coming out and they're actually coming out, did that happen right here then?
It did, and I was actually standing right over there.
I was gonna say, where were you? And what was going through your head when each person came up and came out?
A huge sense of relief, 9 times over.
Now on the property too, this replica of what the inside of the mine might have felt like. This is the actual height itself.
Right, this is the average height of the coal mine.
Really? The one that they're walking back and forth in.
Right.
Yeah.
They're working in this type of an environment all day long. Only it's cold and wet.
Now, kids on tour groups try out the replica, but lots of people say they don't want to or can't bring themselves to go inside. It's too painful, it's claustrophobic, or it's scary. Lots of emotions too, of course, when the miners themselves visit.
Brings back very raw, very real feelings. And for some of them, they've been trying very hard to keep those feelings behind them.
Arnold, though, doesn't want to forget. There are lessons to be learned from those days.
The neighborly love, the caring for our brothers, whether they're overseas fighting wars for the United States or whether they're right next door and need help carrying in their groceries. I think we need to remember that we're all just humans and we need to help each other.
That's why he runs the Q Creek Mine Rescue Foundation.
So that gives you an idea of
There's the site
height.
itself and a museum with a timeline and artifacts from when everything happened. It's so that people don't forget what happened, or so younger people can learn about what happened. And also because back then, Arnold was just a farmer who had found himself caught up in something that would end up being much bigger than just himself.
And I've told people, I said, I must have some small sense of what it would have been like to be an innkeeper in Bethlehem a few thousand years ago. I had very little to do with what went on here, but it was so cool to be part of such a big event. And years later, to be saying, hey, you know what happened right over there? Let me tell you the story. That's a great feeling.
So obviously everybody has their own memories who was involved of those days. Jen, you were actually there and you covered it.
Yeah, I remember distinctly. Marty and I had just finished anchoring the 11 o'clock news, and a former photog, Ron Ream, had called into the newsroom and said, we've got some miners trapped underground in Somerset County. We went home that night. They sent some people out. And the next morning, they were still there, so I came to Somerset, and then for the next 77 hours or so, 70 hours or so, covered that story. It was an international story. There were a lot of ups and downs and twists and turns. But, you know, these men, 240 feet below ground with millions of gallons of water, and they had problems along the way in this rescue. All of America thought they were gone. Wow. I remember Marty even telling me, you can't be so optimistic about this, Jen. You know, we don't know what the outcome will be. 9 for 9, the miracle at Q Creek. It is one of those stories that I will always remember.
It's an amazing story.
Yeah, and I'm glad you got a chance to get out there and see it.
Yeah, I'd never been out there, so it's cool.
That's fantastic. Well, you know, we are here for softball, and you know, you used to play softball. I never played softball, but we were like, what the heck? Let's put our skills to the test.
Well, I played slow pitch, not fast pitch, and let me tell you, these girls have some talent. So I tried to keep up with the 10 and 12-year-olds. Take a look. All right, girls, you ready to play some ball? Yeah! Woo! Woo! Standing on first base.
How do you feel about fielding?
Woo! Woo! Yes. All right. I don't really know how I'm gonna do with batting. I'm a little nervous, especially hitting fast pitch. Whew, that's so fast.
I'll tell you what, we'll give you a 12-year-old pitcher to start, then we'll go down to a 10-year-old.
That's fast. Oh, why would I go for that? Why did I go for that?
Swing a level strip, a level swing. Okay, so I'll show you how you swing. You know how to hold it. That's my thing.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Man, I can't get back up. So let's take a vote. What am I better at? Fielding or batting? Fielding. Fielding? Okay. That's what I thought too. Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump that 6-new spirit up! Pump that 6-new spirit up! Okay. Woo! All right, everyone, you saw my softball skills. Now, Jen, it's your turn. Let's see what you got.
Mary, here we go. Thank you very much. At least I caught the ball. Okay, I'm going to suit up. I've got the 10U Somerset girls here. You guys are going to help me out, right? I have to tell you, I've never been in a batting cage before, so this is new. Give me some tips. Give me some tips.
Don't swing at the ones above your head or below the knees.
Don't swing at the bad pitches.
Yes. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't.
Keep the eye on the ball. Okay. All right.
Are you ready?
How's my form, girls?
Good.
Woo! Watch out! Watch out, Steve-O!
Back push field.
Woo!
Step on that.
Oh my goodness! One more! There you go, Mary! Back to you!
All right, Jen, good job. I heard a couple bat clinks up there. I'm not sure if that was yours or not, but so before we head to break, we do have another trivia question for you. Who is believed to be the first citizen of Somerset? Is it John Wilcox, Herman Husband, Alexander Hamilton, or Hugh Henry Brackenridge? We'll have the answer. Take your guess and no Google. We'll be right back.
I don't know, Mary. I think I did pretty good up there.
Oh man, I heard that bat clink and I'm like, oh, she is nailing them up there. Good job.
Well, I know you asked a trivia question right before break. Tell us about it.
So there's the choices on your screen right now. Who's believed to be the first citizen of Somerset? What do you think the answer is?
I'm not.
Then a guy named Harmon Husband. So it is generally believed he is the first English settler to spend the winter here in what was the Glades, became Bernarstown, became Somerset. So he is our first citizen.
Right. Yep. Guess Herman Husband. That's the right answer. So he was a peace-loving Quaker, best known for the leader of the Regulators, a populist rebellion in the Carolinas in the years leading up to the American Revolutionary War. Now in the town of Somerset, through the county, there are organizations that work to revitalize the community.
Somerset Inc. is the Main Street program with 3 areas of focus: economic development, design, and promotion. Now currently, the nonprofit is working with volunteers to rehab Trinity Park. That's in the Uptown area. Organizers say it will be a place for summer shows, movies, and other activities. Another big project is upgrading the internet in the central business district with fiber optic cable. Design-wise, the streetscapes in Somerset Inc. are their main focus, and that includes anything from the benches to the light poles, even Christmas decorations.
And then promotion is the big festival. So we plan the Fire and Ice Festival. We just had a blues festival last weekend. July 22nd, we're having a chalk festival. We try our best to revitalize our central business district to lift everyone up.
Revitalizing the town isn't a one-man job. Somerset Inc. works closely with the county commissioners and other nonprofits like the Economic Development Council to really push the community forward.
We are focused on business retention and expansion, meaning providing the resources for companies that currently exist here in Somerset County to help them to develop, to grow, to excel, giving them all the tools and the resources that they need to expand their operations here in Somerset County, while simultaneously and strategically focusing on initiatives that bring companies into the ecosystem of Somerset County.
Now, one of those businesses that profits from like a nonprofit like this is a local bookstore, Mary.
Yeah, this special store is in the heart of Uptown Somerset and is this week's hidden gem.
As you walk down Main Street in Somerset, you may notice one of the few bookstores in the region has moved location.
We are actually open 100% in our new location, and we're open also in the old location.
This little gem isn't exactly new. The Young Hearts Book and Toy Store has been open for almost 20 years.
We love being part of the community and contributing to the community by providing this sort of service, if you will, to them.
And this place has everything from stuff that's educational to things that are just plain fun.
And we concentrate on things which are truly educational for the children, and that's something which prior to this time people had to actually travel a distance to get to.
The store has items for all age groups, from books for babies.
We have one which is probably a perennial favorite, The Goodnight Moon. I mean, that one's been around for a long time.
To interactive games like Let's Get Coding.
And look at the age group we're talking about, 5+, it's a game, but they learn how to code by putting that game together on the floor.
To puzzles for teenagers.
Challenges the mind, challenges also your motor skills as well.
Masterson is looking forward to serving the Somerset community for many more decades to come.
And we're really very, very excited to be able to be here and continue the process that was started 19 years ago.
Lauren Petrelli, 6 News.
Really a very special place for a lot of locals.
We're gonna have to say goodbye soon, but join us after the break for something really special. Things are just getting started here at the Somerset Little League complex for an all-star softball tournament. We're having such a blast, but it's going to be time to say goodbye. We want to remind you, we're taking next Friday off for your town, but on July 14th, we're going to be live from Vinco for the Jackson Heritage Festival. And we can't wait to see you there. In the meantime, we are joined by the 10U girls from Somerset. You guys are gonna play at 7, right?
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. They're really good, and they got us hats, and you guys have something else for us?
Yeah, you did such a good job. They each want to present you a game ball because they were impressed with your skills. So we give game balls out before every game. So tonight they're gonna give you a ball. So girls, go ahead and present them with their balls.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I will always keep, my kids are going to be so excited and proud of me when I take these home.
I need to practice my batting with these.
Oh, it's been so much fun here in Somerset. Thank you for having us out here. If you have time, you like to watch some good ball, come on out and enjoy your holiday weekend.
Yep, 6 News at 6 will be right back after the break.
Let's hear it, girls. Woo!